Silver County 911, what's the address of the emergency?
We need an ambulance right away.
What's the address?
Lauder Lane. Lauder. Lauder.
Okay, what's your name?
My name's Cassandra Evans.
What's the number you're calling from? Okay.
Could you please hurry? My 2-year-old child is unresponsive.
She just wouldn't quit crying and just went like that just once, and I felt horrible. I'm like, oh my God, I just kept saying, I'm sorry.
This is Jennifer Medsie. She's 18 years old, and in a matter of hours, she will go from babysitter to suspect in the death of a 2-year-old girl she was supposed to protect. On the morning of November 15, 2013, in Bradford Township, Pennsylvania, Jennifer was watching 2-year-old Sophia Hoffman Lauder while Sophia's father, Cody Lauder, was at work. By the time that 911 call was made, Sophia was unresponsive. She never woke up. Weeks later, medical examiners would confirm what investigators had begun to suspect. Sophia had suffered violent shaking and blunt force trauma. Someone in that house had hurt her, and the only person there was Jennifer. What follows is Jennifer's interrogation. Watch how the detectives work, how they push, how they pivot, how they frame their questions. At points, the line between skilled interviewing and something far more troubling gets uncomfortably thin. We'll let you decide where exactly that line was crossed. But before you form your opinion, pay close attention, because in this room, Jennifer's story doesn't stay the same, and neither does the detective's approach. Let's begin.
How did you feel about that? How did that make you feel whenever you moved in? Were you happy or?
It felt kind of homey, but then it's like, I don't know how to cook.
You know what? I have that same problem. I don't know how to cook either.
And Cody's like, don't make me something to eat. And I'm like, I don't know how to make mac and cheese, but I'll try.
How about, did you make that place your own? Did you make it homey, or is it still kind of male-ish? You know what I mean? Did you decorate it?
No.
No. Are you a cleaner? Or are you?
Well, I wasn't until I moved there. Then I started
cleaning. Okay.
I'm like, clean the floors. Sweep. Well, I didn't sweep for a long time because he said...
He told you that?
No, he's like, the vacuum's broken. And then he broke his window by slamming the TV into it.
On purpose?
He was playing, what was it? WWE or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Some wrestling thing. And he got so mad, he just got up and slammed the TV into it.
Okay.
And whenever Pee-wee heard about that, she thought Cody threw me into the window.
Okay, when was that?
A month and a half ago.
But how did she hear that? I mean, how did she hear he threw you into the window?
Well, they're like aggressive and everything. Because Pee-wee said that Brandon grabbed her by the throat.
Oh, okay, so they're aggressive boys, you mean? Because she goes with his brother.
Yeah.
And who's Pee-wee again? I can't.
Cassandra Evans.
Cassandra Evans, okay. That's right. And she dates Brandon and lives with Brandon, right? Do they have any kids?
No. Pee-wee don't want no kids.
Doesn't she?
She said, I don't want no kids with Brandon anyway.
Okay. All right. So, okay, you move in the end of September, and you're going. Everything's going okay. You like living with Cody? Is he nice to you?
Yeah, except whenever he would do drugs, then it's like nodding out, not talking. It's like, I'm here, talk to me, do something.
Okay. So, what were some of the drugs he'd do?
He would just take. They were like pain pills or something like that, and then make him sweat and nod out.
Where did he get these at? Do you know?
His brothers.
His brother Brandon. Okay. Did you do any other type of drugs while you were there?
Did I do any?
No. Did he?
Oh no. It was like there was one with a V. It was like Vicodin or something, and then like Percocet.
Okay. You never took one just to see how it feels?
No, I don't want to.
I know people that say, I would never do it, but I tried it. Once I tried, I'd never go back to it.
Cody's like, smoke weed with me whenever I get off. It's like, I have like probation and parole, which is in 2 years. And I'm like, I don't even know if we're going to make it that long. Because he's like, I'm in and out of girlfriends like every month. It's like, oh.
Has he ever moved anybody in before?
Yeah.
Okay, so You move in, he's doing drugs occasionally, snorting pain pills that he gets from his brother, right?
Yeah, which they get from somewhere else. I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't care about that. And that makes him nod off. Does it make him anything else besides kind of sleepy?
Just sweaty and falls asleep and the sweat, like I'll be like laying on his bed and sweat will just drip on me and I'm like trying to sleep. I'm like, this is gross.
Worthless, and he's worthless when he takes that type of stuff, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. When does he normally take it?
Every Saturday whenever he goes down to his brother's to work, they cut trees down because they have a wood burner.
Okay. Did he ever do anything that you think was a little bit overboard?
Whenever he smacked us one time and he left his handprint on her, I thought that was a little.
On her. You said
it was like this. It was like big fingers though.
Did she have clothes on or a diaper? Yeah. They still left the handprint through the clothes. How did you know there was a handprint there?
Because she like crapped in her diaper.
Uh-huh.
She had a diaper still on, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And I had to change it because he don't change her at all.
Okay. And did you feel bad when you saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, you left a handprint. He's like, well, she has to learn. I'm like, okay, you don't have to smack her that hard.
Okay, so we're into early November. Okay, how's your relationship with Cody still good? Or are you thinking about, man, I made a mistake? Is that crossing your mind at all? When does that? I know it crossed your mind. When does it cross your mind? Let me ask you that.
Middle of October.
Okay, it didn't take you long, did it?
Not
to
really.
realize it.
Because I went home in like October and I felt bad because I wanted to go back, but then it's like.
Why did you feel bad? Because you wanted to go back?
I just wanted to be there with him.
With Cody. Okay. And be honest with me, okay? I'm going to ask you a direct question here. Would you have missed Soph that much? I mean, honestly. Yeah, you miss her, but I mean, if it's not your child, I'll be the first to say, I don't know if I could take somebody else's child in. I'm going to be personally honest. I told my husband that if you would have had a child, because my sister did it, I couldn't take another woman's child in. You know what I mean? Just not me, So how was your feelings with that? I mean, that's hard, especially if she's in the picture somewhat. That even makes it worse,
Well, I didn't want Cody bringing in another girl and her getting confused, so it's like, I want to go back.
I mean, would it have bothered you to leave Soph? Soph was safe with him, right? It wouldn't have bothered you to walk away. I know maybe Cody because you love him, but Soph, could you kind of walk away from her? Knowing she has a good home.
Well, no, she has a good home, but I didn't really want to walk away from both of them.
Okay. Who do you love more? Be honest.
No.
Who? Cody, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's okay. Be truthful with me, okay? I don't blame you for that, okay? I don't blame you. Just because it's a child doesn't mean you should love it more. You're 18, so, your devotion, I can understand being devoted to Cody versus a child because, for one thing, you're not a mother yet. And you're 18 and you shouldn't be a mother yet.
He's like, let's have a family, let's have a baby. And I'm like,
yeah, see how that works, right?
Oh.
Right, so that's fine. I just want you to be honest with me because I would be the same way. I wouldn't be able to take that all in. That'd be a lot for me. So, okay, so where are we? We're in November and today's the 18th. So let's go back to, she's developing a head cold. That's what Graham says, or stepmom, because of the black eyes, right? When does she start other symptoms that you think, okay, maybe she is getting sick? Okay, so you tell her to go pee, she starts flipping out, and then he wakes up, and what's he do?
Starts yelling at her, and he turns up the TV because she's crying so much, and he can't hear it.
Okay, and then what do?
I just sit there, and I just wait till she says she's done.
Okay, did she go pee?
I don't think so.
Okay, so she never said she was done?
Cody picked her up and he smacked her butt a couple times and forced her to sit back down pretty much.
How did he force her?
He picked her up, smacked her butt, and then just threw her back down on her potty.
And that's going to make her cry more, am I right?
Yeah,
okay.
She did.
And then what happened? So you go When do you go out to Pittsburgh, and who do you go out with?
I went with Cody, and it was right after we were done talking to the police.
Okay, in Clearfield.
Yeah.
Okay. Just you and Cody right out together?
First we went home because he had to take a shower, and then he's like, we need to clean this place up. And he had like knives and stuff in the house.
Mm-hmm.
They were like all over. He's like putting them in a backpack, and then he gets pills and he puts them in there, and then he hides it all down at the garage.
Okay, why does he do that?
Because he thought CYS was going to come to the house.
Okay. Okay. So you're out in Pittsburgh. So you and Cody are going out to Pittsburgh. Wait, you go back, he showers, hides his knives and his drugs. And does he say anything else to you? Does he?
He told
I
me.
mean, be honest
He
with
told
me.
me to fill up water, like the Pepsi bottles, some 2-liter bottles with water,
Uh-huh.
and he was taking all of them out there so in case he got a drug test, he would pass it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Water would help or what, but he's
Okay.
like, just fill everything up with water that you can find.
Okay. What do you think happened? What do you think happened this day?
No, I have no idea. I just thought it was sick.
Do you think she's sick? Well, we know it's not. We know that. We talked about that. We know that's not. It's not because she has a sickness. I mean, there's several other experts that are looking at her, and I wish I could tell you it was a sickness, but it's not, hon. It was an act by an adult. Okay, it was somebody shaking her of some sort. Okay.
Before the interrogation even turns to Sophia, the detective does something deliberate. He builds a bridge. Small talk about cooking, messy apartments, and troubled relationships slowly dissolves Jennifer's guard. But woven into the casual conversation are calculated reveals: Cody's drug use, a handprint left on Sophia's body, and Jennifer's own admission that she loved Cody more than the child. By the time the detective pivots to November 15th, Jennifer has already said far more than she realized.
Some sort. Okay. Let me ask you this. When we talk to Cody, Cody's going to be coming in here and giving, a statement also. Is there going to be any differences in your statements whatsoever? Are you being 100% honest with me today?
I'm being 100% honest. He kept saying about a crystal ball and how he wants the crystal ball to go back.
Okay, well, okay, I remember you saying something about that. He wants to go back in time. What does he mean by that? Do you have any idea? No. Okay.
He just wants a crystal ball. He said it a couple times because the one lady said, "Do you need anything?" And he's like, "A crystal ball."
Okay. That could mean that could mean anything though, So he just wants to go back when she was healthy,
Yeah.
And we told you about, Pittsburgh wanted to know exactly what happened so they can give her their proper treatment. And when we told you about that bone scan and you grabbed your head, and you said about shaking, you know what I mean? Remember when you grabbed your head? Do you remember that? I mean, that to me that sends out a little bit of a clue up to maybe what happened to her, okay? I mean, if you grabbed her head, remember we talked about this? If it was an accident, or you lost your temper and you made a mistake, versus you're some person that can, goes around to story and killing people all the time, like the guy that did the movie theater, went up and shot out everybody. Whoever did this is not that type of person. Whoever did this to Soph, it was a mistake. It was an accident. They either lost their cool or, they didn't mean to. They shook her a little bit too hard trying to get her attention. Something along those lines. I do in my heart of hearts believe that whoever did it, that it was not intentional. Because if it was an intentional, they would have took a gun and put it to her head and been done with it. You know what I mean? I just think it was something where either they lost their cool, they're under a lot of pressure, not being treated well, being abused himself, maybe verbally of some sort.
I know Cody would say sometimes that he wishes he didn't have Soph. He wishes he could shove her back up Kinsey's crotch.
Okay.
And it's like, okay.
Wow, that's pretty lethal words, huh?
He would say that even if she was sitting right there because she'd cry.
Okay. Okay, I noticed this time when we went over everything that you left out something, okay? You told me about Cody when she was crying, and I don't remember, off the top of my head, I don't remember what night it was, when he shoved the blanket in her face?
Yeah, he did that.
When was that?
I think it was Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't know exactly.
What? Okay.
Because she was crying and he just sat her on the chair and he shoved the blanket in her face.
Okay. Was it the same night that she had trouble potty? She was just crying when she was potty trained, or was this a different night?
I'm pretty sure it was a different night.
It was a different night. So the potty training was Wednesday. No. Yeah, the potty training was Wednesday. So it had to be Tuesday then, maybe, possibly, good chance. So tell me about that. Tell me about what he exactly did to her.
She was just crying, and then he put her on the chair, and the blanket was there because I had it covered up, and the dog would chew her socks.
Yeah.
And I had the blanket there, I had her covered up, and she took it off of her and to go pee, and she got back on, and she was crying, and Cody shoved the blanket in her face.
How did he do it?
He tossed it there, and he held it there for a couple seconds, and then he dropped it.
So he just kind of held it over her face. Okay, and that's it.
He thought
Okay.
maybe that would shut her up, but
Made it worse, right? So then what happens after that?
she quit crying, and I sat down with her, and I rocked a little bit, and that was it.
That was it? Okay. Well, I know Corporal McGinnis told you that most likely, 99% sure that it happened that morning. Okay? That you were with her. All right. Be upfront with you, okay? And getting back to what I was saying before, if you lost your cool and you grabbed her by the head, versus it doesn't make you a bad person. It means you made a mistake and you did something that you wish you wouldn't have done. It doesn't make you a bad person. Okay, Jen? It just makes you human. It makes you, I made a mistake, I grabbed her a little bit hard, okay? You're not a bad person. I can tell talking to you, I've been around you about 2 days now. I can tell talking to you you're not a bad person, okay? But we all make mistakes. I told you about when I fell on the steps that time. I made a mistake. I should have been a little bit more alert when I went down those steps with my child, okay? If you made a mistake, hon, you need to tell us about it so we can help her, okay? We can get past this, okay? But if you sit here and you tell us nothing happened, it just makes you look like you intentionally wanted to harm her, okay? And I don't believe that. I don't believe you intentionally meant to harm anybody, okay? I believe you're a good person. I just believe that you made a mistake, okay, that morning, for whatever reason. Cody treats you like crap, okay? He does. I'm here to tell you need to get out of it, away from him, okay? I told you, a pretty girl. You don't need him, okay? He had you in that house like a hostage, okay? He didn't have you wouldn't let you drive his truck, wanted you to clean his house, clean up from his kid. The way I look at it, he's to blame for this, okay? I do. He pushed you into this. You know what I mean? He pushed you into taking care of this child. You're 18 years old. You have your whole life ahead of you. Why do you have to take care of his stuff? Why do you have to scratch his back at night? You know what I mean? Or rub his back, whatever the hell. Pisses me off just talking about it, So if you lost your cool and you did something that, you didn't mean to do, we need to know that, okay?
Normally, if I lose my cool or whatever, I just go back to the bedroom and I just sit there.
But haven't you ever lost your cool and just grabbed her and said, "Don't face at it"? If you did,
I just yell at her.
you never grabbed her by her hand. You never did that. You never grabbed her and said, "Pay attention to me. Pee in that potty." I'd be so pissed that I was in that situation to begin with. If you did it, we need to know that, okay?
Normally, I just spin around, and because she doesn't like being thrown up in the air, and I just spin around with her. But I didn't spin around with her that morning. But I normally do that, or I give her a piggyback ride, or.
Give me this, okay? You have to get pissed off once in your life, right? If you're a female, right? I know I have it in me. I know how we're built, right? We get pissed, and we do. I am a reactor. I react, and then I go back, and I'm sorry for the stuff I've done, okay? And, if you're anything like me, that's how I am. I do something that I regret, I'm sorry, la, 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 let's move on. Are you that type of person? Do you ever do stuff that you wish you could take back? You wish,
Yeah.
it happens, right? Right? I can understand. I can really understand why you did this, okay?
Did what?
Why you would grab her.
But I didn't grab her.
Are you 100% certain you didn't, hon? Because I'm telling you, if you did, this is the opportunity to tell us, okay? If you grabbed her, if there was an accident of any sort and you're afraid to tell because this is a little wacky, you know what I mean? She can go off the deep end.
Everybody says that she's dizzy B.
Yeah.
I really don't want to swear.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. But if you are, you know, I mean, if you're afraid to tell them because of that family, we'll help you, okay? You know, if you did something, you know, we'll help you, okay? Because I know mistakes happen. Like I said, it's not like you're out there trying to kill anybody. You know what I'm saying? You're not, don't pull a trigger and put it to somebody's head. You're not a bad person. Am I right? You're not a bad person, are you?
Oh, no.
You make mistakes, though. Did you do something? You made a little mistake?
Unless she tripped over something, but I know she didn't trip over anything.
Was there any accident where she fell and you were supposed to be watching her and she fell? And now you're like, oh, I hope that wasn't what, you know, did this.
Like, she would fall sometimes, like, but not really. I know she fell off the couch at Cody's dad's. Like, she was up on the top part, because their couch is right by the one counter up there, and she was trying to climb on that, and she rolled off and rolled down and rolled onto the floor.
How about that morning? How about that morning? I mean, are you being 100% honest with what happened that morning? On a scale of 1.
Unless she did something whenever I had my back to her.
Well, it's nothing, like I said, it would be something substantial. It would be like, you know, she was on the counter and fell. You know what I mean? I mean, did she crawl up there and fall that morning? And you're afraid
she
to say?
can't get on the counter.
Okay. Okay. Is there any high place where you don't want to tell us because you're afraid that, you know, oh God, I'll be in trouble because I wasn't washing her properly, because you went and took a shower because you never get a chance to take a shower, you know?
I never get to take a shower.
Yeah, I mean,
but I always try whenever she takes a nap.
I mean, did you ever fall? Did you fall when you were carrying her that morning? Like I told you about what I did that one morning?
I put her down so she could walk.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if I, picked her up and I jerked her too hard.
What did?
Put her down.
No, how hard would you have jerked her?
Not hard.
Okay. I mean, were you saying, you know?
No.
Okay.
This is where the interrogation shifts into something far more uncomfortable. The detective methodically dismantles Jennifer's defenses, not with evidence, but with empathy that feels engineered. He frames Cody as the real victim, tells Jennifer she's a good person, and repeatedly offers her an exit ramp. It was just a mistake. By the end, Jennifer isn't confessing. She's visibly confused.
What did?
Put her down.
No, how hard would you have jerked her?
Not hard.
Okay. I mean, were you saying, you know?
No.
Okay. Well, how did?
I would have just picked her up and pulled her over, and then I'd play with a snapback. But I don't remember doing that. But
So what do you think happened to her?
I just thought she was sick, but it's not that.
Let me ask you this. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Why won't you take the polygraph then? If you didn't do this, hon, why won't you take the polygraph?
It's just a lot. It's just there's so much.
I'll walk you through it though. You trust me? Okay, then why? What's going on? You're holding back something. I know you are. What happened? What's going on?
Nothing happened.
No, then what? Then why? Why would you not take the polygraph?
It's just I want everything to calm down. I go on Facebook and Kara Cuphart's accusing me of everything.
Kara Kephart? If it's the same Kara Kephart I know, I won't worry about anything she says. You know that?
I know she stole stuff from me before.
Yeah, you know what type of person she is. You're not a thief, are you? Okay, but I'm here to tell you, hon, if you made a mistake, I'm the person you want to tell, okay? I think I know you. I think we have some type of connection here. Did you do anything that you're thinking, oh man, I'm the one. I think I'm the one. I might be the one.
Sometimes she'd get up so she can go to the bathroom. I'd always tap her butt.
What's the worst thing you've ever done to her?
Smacked her butt.
Okay.
With her fingers.
Did you ever grab her by your head? Did you ever? Tell her, listen to me, Sophia. Never grabbed her by her shoulders.
I always pick her up right here and I just spin her around.
So what happened to her? Why won't you take this? Huh?
There's just so much going on.
But do you know how that makes you look? Makes you look like you're hiding something. Maybe not that you didn't do it. Maybe you don't know if you did it because you're thinking, oh my God, I remember that time that happened and I don't know if that would have been the cause. And if that's it, then please tell me. And let's decide if that was the cause of why she's sick.
I don't know if Cody slammed her down whenever he put her in her pack and play, and then if she fell whenever I wasn't paying attention.
Anything that Cody did, do you think he caused that injury?
He might have, but I have no idea.
What comes to your mind? Any of his actions?
Whenever she was crying, he had her up like this, and he was smacking her butt, and
how hard was he smacking her?
It was pretty hard. Even with her crying, you could still hear it. And she was.
Was he going like this, or was he going?
It was hard.
When he threw her down on the potty chair, I mean, what was that? Would you consider that violent, or would you consider it?
It seemed rough.
Just rough, okay.
Not like gently sitting down. He forced her to sit down.
But they're saying it happened, there's a 99% chance it happened that morning. So what happened that morning that could have put her in that like comatose state, or that, that snoring?
Unless she fell whenever I was
Did she? And you're afraid to tell us?
She could have, because she always puts her feet underneath the rug.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell her not to, because if she tries to stand up, she'll go forward and hit her head off the coffee table.
But she didn't?
Not that I'm aware of.
Are you concerned about Soph? Or don't you really care? Tell me the truth. Be honest with me.
I care.
You care, but...
I want to be down there with her, but they don't want me there.
Still care about Cody?
Even though I shouldn't, but...
So what, are you going to take this, or?
I take it another time. I just wait till everything calms down. I have to try and not get on Facebook.
Just don't get on it.
It's hard not to. I'm always on it every day.
I was telling you to stay away from it, Nothing but bad comes out of that place, let me tell you. I know from working around here. I want you to take this. I really do. I want you to take it. If you didn't do this, but if you did this, like I told you, you have everything to fear. You know what I mean? By taking it. So when you don't take it, what's that telling me? What do you think I think?
That I probably did something.
Right. And like I said, I don't think you're the person. I don't think you're the person that would mean to hurt anybody. You don't look like you have a mean bone in your body. But believe this, and I'm going to tell you the truth here, because I've been pushed to my edge. You get to a certain point in your life, and you're trying to make things work with Cody, and he's treating you like crap. He's doing drugs, all against your will. He's smoking cigarettes, hurts your allergies, puts on a ton of cologne, doesn't let you out of the house, wants you to take care of his baby. It's not your baby, okay? Plus, at any point, if you screw up, he threatens to kick you out. What kind of life is that? And sometimes we do stuff, that's a lot of stress. That's called stressors, and that's a lot of stress. And sometimes we do stuff we wouldn't normally do when we're under stress. Like grab a baby and shake it. You know what I mean? That's just something that you might do because you can't get out of this cage you're in. And you turn into something you're not for a period of time. But then as soon as you get out of those stressors, you're right back to good old Jen, And if that's the case, if he turns you into something, like I said, he's just as much to blame as you would be, for putting you in that position. 18 years old, how old is he?
21.
Okay. But you're the one taking care of his child. He didn't even let you finish school. He said, come live with me, take care of me and my kid. That's a lot of stress for an 18-year-old. I couldn't do it. I'll be honest with you, I could not live your life, hon. I would have been gone a long time ago. Who knows what I would have done in those circumstances, okay?
That's what everybody said. You should have been gone a long time ago, but...
I might have done something to him, I would have lost it, I'm telling you. I'm just that type of person. And, but if you did something under a circumstance where you're not used to it, it's a lot of duress on it. It's called duress, stress. And it's like your body doesn't know how to survive. And what I mean by that, or let me put it to you this way. Your body's looking for a way to survive. You know what I mean? Because you're put under this pressure and you don't want to leave because you love them, but you can't survive under this. So it's kind of like being on a drug or something. You do stuff you wouldn't normally do. Just like I'm sure Cody does stuff when he's on drugs that he wouldn't normally do, right? It just happens. And if that's the case, you need to let us know that. We can get you out of that environment, You don't have to live like that.
I'm already kicked out. He didn't even tell me that we were done. He just changed his relationship status.
On Facebook, right? Okay. I mean, but, you understand where I'm coming from? That people do stuff they wouldn't normally do. Good people make mistakes, is what I'm saying. Great people make mistakes. It doesn't make you a bad person. That one mistake you made doesn't define who you are, okay? If you learn from it and you don't do it again, you can come back from that, okay? But I don't want you, that's one thing I don't want you to do is walk around, with this. If you did something, hon, you don't need to take this test if you did something. Just tell us, Wipe it clean here. Let's get it out. Let's throw it all up. You'll feel better, I guarantee it. So what happened, And what? You just shook her a little bit? I mean, if you did it, you did it, hon. I know you did. It's written all over your face. How many times did you do it? Huh?
Not a lot.
Okay. You did it that morning, though, right?
No, that morning.
You did it the night before? When did you do it?
It was a while ago.
Okay. Well, tell me about it.
She just wouldn't quit crying. I just went like that just once, and I felt horrible.
Okay. Did you
And I'm like, oh my God, I just kept saying, I'm sorry.
Okay. You knew you did it, huh? You knew it was wrong. Okay. How long
And
ago?
then I just started, beating myself up. Because I felt so bad for just doing it. It wasn't even hard, but I just felt so bad.
You did it that morning, though. Be honest. You did it that morning, just one time. Be honest, Jen. You're being honest now, right?
Yeah, but I didn't do it that morning.
When was the last time you did it?
It was maybe a month ago. Because she's been good.
Where was it at?
In Cody's house. In the living room.
Was it just you and her?
Yeah.
Okay. What were you holding her? Was she on the couch when you did it?
We were on the chair.
Okay. Did you grab her by her head?
No.
How'd you grab her?
Just underneath it.
What did you do?
I just like that, and then that was.
Did you go like this?
No, it wasn't like multiple times. It was just
one time. How hard was it?
It wasn't that hard.
What was she doing?
She cried. She was
and you
crying.
couldn't stop her, right? Okay.
This is the moment the interrogation crosses its most contested line. The detective doesn't wait for a confession. He manufactures one. He tells Jennifer he can see guilt all over her face before she said a word, then counts down from a presumed admission. When Jennifer finally describes shaking Sophia once, weeks earlier, the detective immediately pivots, pushing her to place it that morning. She holds firm, but the confession is already out.
She cried. She was
and you
crying.
couldn't stop her, right? Okay. Is that...
that was just... That was it.
You never did it after that? Because she continued to cry, just like that Tuesday you said about Cody losing his temper.
Yeah, he lost it pretty bad.
So let's be honest here. I mean, that's the first time you told me that you've ever, snatched her like that, right?
That was the only time that.
Okay. How can I be 100% certain of that? If you did it once, it can happen again because you're still in that
environment. I felt so bad for doing it. I just couldn't.
But honey, you are not under normal circumstances. You're under a lot of pressure, okay? And that morning, I'm telling you, you did it. If you did it that before, you did it that morning. Don't sit here and tell me you didn't, okay?
Yeah, but I didn't shake her that morning.
What did you do to her though?
I didn't do anything.
Did you shake her that night before?
No.
Did you shake her that Wednesday when she peed on her plate and was crying and he took her back?
Unless he slammed her down, that's the only thing I can think of. Because he said, "You're not moving until you're done crying."
Okay, let me ask you this. Why won't you, the truth now, no more lies, okay? Are you going to be honest with me?
Yeah.
Okay, why won't you take this test?
Because there's just so much going on. It's the only reason.
Not because you knew you shook her before. That had nothing to, be honest with me, that had nothing to do with it? Jen, why won't you take this test?
Because there's just so much going on.
Jen, there's only one reason why you won't take this test, because you know the truth. You know that you'll fail it. You know it in your heart of hearts.
I know I won't fail, but there's just so much going on. And then getting on Facebook and seeing Kara just trying to snap at me. She said, "You might want to delete this before something happens to you." So, like, she's going to come after me.
Jen, listen to me, okay? We need to know what you did to the baby so we can get it help, so we can help it, okay?
I didn't hurt her, though. Not that morning.
Okay,
Not that week. Not the week before. Or
so what
week
month are we,
before
what month are we talking about, hon?
October.
October. It happened more than once, but we agreed.
It was just that one time.
It happened more than once, am I right? It didn't happen 10 times, but it's happened more than once, am I right?
Maybe like twice, but that was it.
Okay. When would you snatch her? Like, when would you do that?
The one time it was whenever she was crying, and the next time was whenever she peed in her bowl up.
Okay.
But I never shook her in November.
But you did it twice in October. And you told me about the one time, right? You said she was in the chair?
In the rocking chair.
In the rocking chair. So do you lean down and do it, or how do you do it?
She was just sitting there, and I took her by her back and at the front and just went.
So you went like this shoulder. You didn't grab her by her shoulders. You took her back in front. Okay. How many times did you do that?
Just once.
Just once. And what did she do when you did that?
She just cried, but then she quit.
And you felt bad?
And I kept saying, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, so."
Okay.
And then she looked out for a nap, and I went back to the bedroom, and then I started bawling, and I just kept beating myself up, because it's like, why in the world did I do that to a little kid? Like,
okay.
And then I started doing it to myself.
Shaking yourself or beating yourself up?
Beating myself up.
Okay. Because you're in a bad place, aren't you, right now? Right then, you were.
Yeah, I didn't even know what to do. It's like I needed one of those stress balls, and I just took my face and I just made it a stress ball, and I just started squeezing it.
You need it out of there, honey. You need it out of there. You needed to get the hell out of there. And you didn't know how to do it.
I was
You were
afraid
acting
God
out.
was going to kill me.
Okay.
As soon as it was, because I could have swore that one day he was going to come in and just strangle me.
Okay. So you do it in October. Is it the beginning? Is it when you first moved, after you first moved in there?
It was like the second week.
Okay. And then when does it happen again? She pees in her pull-up?
Like a week or two after.
Okay. And where are you guys at?
Or at Cody's.
Okay. And who's all there?
It was just me.
You and her, you'll have to take care of her again.
That's every day.
Okay. And then what happened? So how did that work? Was it on the chair? Was it?
I was holding her.
You were holding her
But that was
like this? Were you standing up? Or?
Yeah.
And so she peed her pull-up. You're upset with her, right? And so how do you do it? What do you do?
I just did it once, not just one time.
Back and forth. Okay.
Like, I wouldn't do it a million times. I just do it once. I don't want to do it a million times and her neck snap or something.
Okay. Okay, now be honest with me. Did you do it any time after that?
No, just 17 times. That was it.
No time in November.
No.
And nothing that morning?
No.
Did you even do once that morning? Did she upset you in any way that morning? Okay.
Unless like the dog tripped her,
And we know it's from,
but you know.
remember what I told you, it's not from her falling. It's from her her head going back and forth, okay? From a shaking. Okay.
Is there any way like that could happen from her, like having one of them tantrum fits? Or no?
No.
Because
No.
she apparently she had them pretty bad.
Yeah, no, hon. No.
But I didn't touch her that morning just
Oh.
to change her.
A lot of times, whenever people have had enough, and you were in that position, you were in that predicament, it sounds like a lot almost every day,
It was every
you
day.
needed to walk away from that situation. You didn't want to walk away because you're torn between you love this man, you know, you want to be with him, you want to do everything he says, but it's too much for you. Am I right? It's too much for you. So a lot of times when people are in positions like that, that's what they do because they don't want to hit the kid, you know? God forbid you punch a kid. You don't want to throw it into the wall or anything, and you just, you know, it's just a reaction. It's just a reaction that you do, you know, when you really don't want to harm, but you've lost your temper, you've lost yourself, and you do stuff, you know, and it sounds like you made some mistakes here, am I right?
Just them 2 times, but that was it.
No, I want you to be perfectly honest with me. Is that why you won't take this test? Because of those 2 times?
That was the main reason.
Okay, why didn't you tell me that?
I was afraid.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay. If I tested you on specifically, if you shook her more than twice, how would you do on that test? Could it have been 3 times? Could it have been 3 times?
I'm pretty sure I'm counting correctly that it was just twice.
Is there any way there could have been more than twice? Is there any way? Because you would know, because when you did it, you felt bad about it, right? You punished yourself when you felt, right?
Yeah, I wanted to push my eyeballs in.
Right. So you would know if you did this more than twice. So is there any chance, now I'm telling you, because if you know, you do take a test on that, and I say, if you shake her more than on 2 occasions, on 2 incidents, would you pass that test? Would you pass the test on if I tested you, did you do anything to her that morning?
Yeah, I passed. I didn't do anything to her.
Let me ask you this, on those 2 times where you did shake her, was it in the morning when she first got up?
No, it was
No.
like afternoon.
Okay. Afternoon, like after her nap, or?
It'd be like right before her nap.
Okay, so the time when,
It'd be like 11.
okay, so the time in the chair, it would have been before her nap. Okay, and that was just because she was crying for no reason, right? And then the second time, you said it was about a week later?
Week or 2.
Week or 2 later,
Because I left a week.
you left a week. Come back, so you did one before you left, am I right?
I wasn't planning on leaving, but
He,
Cody was just driving me insane more than anything.
okay, so, it happened a week, it happened before you left? And then the second time happened when? Before you left or after you left and came back?
When I came back.
Okay, so you knew it was too much for you. Am I right?
Yeah, but I just couldn't let him go.
Okay, so you came back, but it was still too much for you, wasn't it?
I should have just stayed home, but I'm like, Cody, I want to come back. And he's like, well, I'll come get you Friday from school. I'm like, no, go to my mom's and pick me up, and that was it.
With a confession already extracted, the detective now works to expand it. He presses Jennifer on frequency, timeline, and detail, and she cooperates, filling in specifics about 2 incidents in October, weeks before Sophia's collapse. But she holds a firm line. Not November, not that morning. The detective keeps pushing anyway, circling back repeatedly. What emerges is a portrait of a teenager unraveling, guilty of something, but perhaps not everything she's being steered toward admitting.
Like, no, go to my mom's and pick me up, and that was it.
Okay, so all that, now let's just get this straight. All that crap about you being nervous, not wanting to take, that's all crap. We're agreed upon that, right? About the
Well,
polygraph. Like yesterday you didn't want to take it because you said you never took one. That's all crap.
I never took one.
Well, I know, but well, that's a good thing, but that was all crap, right? You didn't want to take one because you knew that you shook the baby, right? Or in October.
In October, but
Yeah.
never now.
Never now.
This month.
Okay. You're certain it never occurred in November. So if I were to ask you on the test, did you ever shake that baby in November? Would you be willing to take that test?
Like right now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't really want to take it now, but
Why?
I don't know. I just,
Because you shook her in November, right?
I didn't shake her in November. It's just,
Look at me now.
that's just,
You shook her in November, didn't you?
No.
Are you 100% certain of that?
Yeah.
Because every time you lie to me, you go like this, and that's what you're doing right now, okay? Did you shake her in November?
No.
Okay, did you shake her that morning?
No.
Are you 100% certain of that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, are you 100% certain you only shook her twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was in October. That was it.
And one was before you left, and then one was after you returned?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you did to her while you were watching her?
Just smacked her butt. That was it.
Okay, is there a reason why you never mentioned any of that before? About you shaking her before?
No, I was just afraid. That was it.
Yesterday you were afraid? Okay. So you'd be willing to take the polygraph? No.
Oh, not now. But is there
About the
like,
morning that this happened. About the morning that this happened, would you be willing to be polygraphed on the morning this happened?
Like right now? Or no?
No, on another date.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't know, I'm kind of nervous, I read some crap on Facebook, none of that's, you're not going to use that on me.
I'm going to try not to get on Facebook.
Even if you do, that shouldn't be a reason why you don't take the polygraph, okay?
Well, the Trooper Jones said not to get on Facebook to keep
Mhm.
your mind clear,
Mm-hmm.
but it's hard for me not to get on there, so I'm like, F. And then I clicked the enter button and it came up, and then it was still on my dad's, and I just typed in my name and got on. And Kara Kephart was starting underneath a picture of me and Soph. So they changed her earrings and did her hair.
Okay. Do you think your actions caused any of her illness? Because
I have no idea.
Because I'm here to tell you, she started getting a little bit strange, the black eyes and stuff after you arrived. And the shaking, that's a symptom, okay? Black eyes.
They said it was a disease.
Well, I'm here to tell you,
But-
and it can all be caused by shaking baby too, okay?
Oh, I didn't know, because they kept saying it could be, what kind of disease? I don't know. Oh, God. I know there was something about hepatitis C.
Okay. Let me ask you this. And I go back to this bone scan thing. Is your are your fingerprints going to be at all in her bones, in her soft bones, in her arms or in her head from that morning? Because it's going to be there. If you did something that morning, it's definitely going to be in there. I guarantee it. You know what I mean? So are you 100% certain you didn't grab her head, you didn't grab her arms that morning?
I didn't grab her head or her arms. The only time that I'd take her arm was to put her arm into her arm sleeve.
How about this? Did you do any of that morning? Did you grab her core, like underneath here, and do this that morning? None of your fingerprints will not be in there from that morning. Okay? 100% certain of that.
Yeah.
Do you feel better about what you said? What you told? Do you feel any better? Why?
Because I couldn't say that to anybody else. And it's like, you, it's different. You're like laid back and you made a mistake before.
Yeah.
But that was the only 2 times.
Would you tell me if you did it more, hon?
If I told you them 2 times, I'd tell you more.
All right, I will be. What time it is? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, can I get you a drink or anything? I'll be right back. Okay.
Oh, God.
All right, hon. Okay, I just, I spoke with my supervisor. I guess the medical report came in, with Soph, okay? And they are 100% something happened that morning, okay? And the fact that you said that you shook her twice in October, I mean, what happened that morning? You had to shake her that morning, even if it was like this. I mean,
I didn't do that morning. I didn't shake her at all.
okay, but you've shaken her more than twice. I mean,
That was just.
there's no doubt in my mind that you shook her more than twice, okay? There's no doubt in my mind that you shook her more than twice. The medical opinion's in. It was a few times, and they're saying it was that morning, okay? Or that week at least, all right? So what happened? I mean, I'm telling you, you need to be honest here, okay? When was the next time you shook her? We have twice now.
That was the only 2 times, unless Cody did something whenever he took her back to lay her down.
Is that something you guys, I mean, did you ever see him shake? You never saw him shake her, did you?
No, unless he would do it whenever I wasn't watching. Or
Okay, but you
whenever he
never
came
saw
back.
him. I mean, you saw him be a little rough with her, but you never saw him. But like I said, you shook her, you shook her twice before. If you shook her that morning, it doesn't make a difference, We need to know though,
Yeah, but I
hon.
didn't shake her that morning.
What
I didn't do anything to her that morning. I know whenever Cody flung her over his back, it seemed pretty rough.
Pretty rough. Okay. So, in the morning when you were changing her, she wasn't crying or anything, and you gave her a quick. I mean, we've been through this, and we know that you are not the same person that you are right now, that you were living in that house. You were a different person, right? Am I right in that? That wasn't you who shook that baby, am I right? That's not normally you. Am I right in that? So if it happened, we need to know each and every time it happened, okay?
It was just them 2 times. If I shook her more than once, I'd tell you because I told you them 2 times.
I know, but I had to pull it out of you, and I want you to be honest with me, 100%, okay? That's the only way that we can be. We can only be 100% honest. We can't be 95. We can't be 99, okay? I mean, for Soph, we need to be 100% honest. It's not fair to her. She was put in this position. Nobody
She
wants
didn't even
her.
need to be there.
But honestly, nobody wants her.
Like, she didn't even need to be born.
That's
because
right.
She didn't even ask for it.
That's right. And look at her now, Cody doesn't want her, right?
Yeah, he'd always tell me.
And he brought you in to take care of her. And there you, like I said, you're 18 years old. I don't know what I would do in your position. I'm telling you. What happened? There had to be more than what you're telling me.
That was only 2 times, and she was always so good. She was good that morning.
But she was frustrating to you.
A couple times she was, but
Yeah.
not that morning.
And it's not like you punched her in the face. It's not like you took a knife and slit her. It's not like you tied her up and put her in a cage like some people do. You shook her. Yeah, some people do that. Yeah, believe me, I've been on cases like that, okay? You shook her, okay?
I didn't touch her that morning.
No. I'm talking about, that's what you did when you were frustrated. That's what I'm saying. Okay?
Yeah, and then I'd go beat myself up and
Right.
try and push
How many
my
times did you
buttons
beat yourself up over what you did to her?
twice, and then there'd be Cody, and then he'd, just him on top of it, making me do everything. I'd just have to get up and go back to the bedroom and beat myself up some more.
When you shook her, did you have any idea what damage you could cause to her? I mean, did you really know? No. Did you?
Yeah, I didn't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not.
Right.
I have no idea. I know I did in health class.
The detective returns from a brief recess with a new weapon. A medical report he claims confirms the injury happened that morning, but Jennifer doesn't break. She concedes the 2 October incidents, holds her line on November, and keeps pointing back to Cody. The detective oscillates between sympathy and accusation, between "you're not a bad person" and "there's no doubt in my mind." It's a pressure campaign dressed as a conversation, and Jennifer, remarkably, doesn't fully cave.
Doctor, I'm not.
Right.
I have no idea. I know I did in health class.
Mm-hmm.
There,
You remember shaking baby in house class?
Yeah, that's what me and my friend Tiffany did. We did like SDS or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And they're like, "Oh, well, what's that mean?" And we're like looking at each other like we don't know
Yeah.
when we should have known.
All right. I mean, you got to understand the position we're in. We're trying to find out. It makes a difference if it's twice, or 10 times.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Did you shake her more than 10 times?
No.
Did you shake her more than 8 times?
No.
Did you shake her more than once?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you shake her more than 7 times?
No.
Did you shake her more than twice?
No.
100% sure of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just 2 times.
2 times. Could one time been in November versus October? Because, I mean, I feel like we're getting to the truth here. I don't, there's still, I think, some stuff you're afraid to tell me. You don't trust me, obviously, all the way. And I understand that. I don't blame you, But I feel like you're still withholding some information. I get that feeling from you. Am I right?
No, I'm not holding anything in. Like, I just laid them 2 things out.
So you could pass this polygraph now?
Yeah.
Yeah. You willing to take a test?
Oh.
Why wouldn't you take a test now?
Because I really just want to go home. I'm starving.
Okay.
But I haven't really eaten. I'm used to not eating at Cody's.
Okay.
I'd always try and save all the good stuff for soap, and I just sat there starving. Cody would make some, and he did it to himself, and I'd starve for a couple days until we went down to his brother's and we got pizza, and I'd eat 6 or 7 pieces.
Okay. So you're being neglected yourself. Not only is Soph, but you are, from Cody. Am I right? Treated you like, I don't know, might treat his dog a little bit better. Okay.
He does. He's my shadow. He's my little buddy. He's
Yeah.
like my son.
And you're a
all
piece
this
of
stuff.
dirt, right?
That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm like dog crap.
Let me ask you this and be honest with me. Did you ever were you ever mad at Cody and take it out on Soph? Because that's his kid?
I just kept everything inside.
You never said, why'd you do this to me, Soph? You did this to me? Because you can't do that to Cody because he'd beat the shit out of you, right?
He probably would.
Probably would. You're concerned enough, he never did, but you're concerned enough that he might.
Since
So,
Brandon did it to Pee Wee, I figured, Cody could probably do it to me.
right. You see what happens. You see how it goes down, right?
Pee Wee's like, you don't want to end up in that closet because that's where she was at. And she's like, I thought that was the last thing I was going to see. She's like, don't back up into that closet. It's like, where else am I supposed to go?
Yeah. I'm going to ask you something point blank here, okay? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you lied about everything today, 10 being you're telling me everything about you and Soph and what you did to her. How honest are you being today?
A
Right?
10.
Right now.
A 10.
There's nothing out there. If you shook her that morning, would you tell me?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, since I told you them other 2 times, I just
Doesn't really matter, right?
tell you then.
Okay. Did anything happen that morning that you didn't tell me about?
She was just the same until then.
Do you feel responsible for her, where she is right now?
Yeah, because I feel like I should have called 911 first, but the chaplain dude over in Clearfield said that I did everything right because that's what I was told to do, was to call DIS if I needed anything or if anything happened.
Okay, do you think your shaking put her in this, where she is now?
I don't know. Since it was a month ago, I don't see how it could still do that from a month from
I
now.
don't know. That's something to be determined, Jay, okay?
But, like, I don't know what Cody did when she was born.
But you never saw him shake her, did you? You saw him be a little rough.
Yeah, but it kind of sounded like he threw her in her pack and play. It sounded like a little thud.
Okay.
But I have no idea. And then he slammed the door and he was just frustrated about all that. And I just sat there all quiet. So I'm like, I don't want you yelling at me, so I'll just be quiet.
Okay. So the 2 times you shook her, it was only you and her, it was during the day. And you're stuck at home with her, confined in that trailer, am I right?
I would have took her outside, but she was always sick.
Mm-hmm.
When it snowed, I wanted to take her outside and see what she would do.
Is there anything else you want to say about this? I know you're hungry and you asked to go home.
There's nothing else. Like, if I could think of anything else, like if Cody was being rough with her or anything, like would I be able to call? Or would I?
Well, you would remember, right? You would have remembered. And you know what? I mean, I want to be frank with you that the 2 times you shook her might be the reason why she's in the hospital. Okay? Absolutely, maybe. That may be all it was. You know? Can't shake a baby. Just can't do it. She's a tiny little thing. You're a tiny thing, but she's a lot tinier than you.
Yeah, and I would always save all the food for her because I felt bad.
Yeah.
If I ate it, like
That's why I said you're not.
Gushers, and that'd be it that I would eat.
You know, Jen, you are not. Like I said, I feel like you made a couple mistakes here, but you didn't mean to hurt her. Am I right? Am I right in that? Yeah. Okay.
It seems like Cody would.
Did anybody ever see you do that to her? Is Cody ever going to tell us? I mean, you told me, you walked me through everything. Is Cody going to tell us anything different?
He should say the same stuff unless he brings some lie into it, just like that argument. I don't know where the argument came from down there, because I didn't talk to anybody.
Okay.
And the social worker just said that there was tension.
Mm-hmm.
And then Trooper Jones said about an argument. I was dumbfounded. I was lost.
Okay. Hey, let me, is it okay if I still talk to you? Or, okay. Let me ask you this. Since she started getting sick, unfortunately, when you moved in, okay, there's some, she started getting the black eyes and stuff. And like I said, that's an indicator of shaking a baby, okay? I mean, so you can see there's a correlation. There's something, okay, you move in, baby starts getting sick, okay? You see some type of, okay, there's something going on here, maybe with Jen. You see that? Okay. So, and you told me you did it twice, okay? But is there any outside chance that you did it more than twice?
No.
You remember specifically 2 times, and that's it? And if I were to say you did it 3 times, what would you say?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Just twice.
Just twice. And she... Okay. Can I get you a drink or anything? No? Okay. Still want to...
Starving.
Okay. You want to leave?
A little bit. I'm sure my dad wants to go to Walmart also.
Okay. All right.
He has to get my long hair color.
Okay. Stand by here. All right. Okay, hon. I just want to, I've asked you about shaking her that morning, but did you know how Cody sometimes throws her down? You said he threw her in her pack and played that one time, okay? I mean, did you throw her down that morning? Were you mad at all? I mean, tell me the truth. You didn't shake her, but you did something else. Nothing that morning to trigger that event. And when I talk about that event, I'm talking about her, going limp. You were on your knees. I mean, was she, and you're like, hello, come to me. Was she a little bit out of it? And
just whenever she had her arm, I pushed it down. That was it.
As the interrogation winds down, the detective shifts tactics one final time, away from shaking toward anything else that might have happened that morning. Jennifer rates herself a 10 on honesty, holds firm on 2 incidents in October, and even begins to express genuine guilt about not calling 911 sooner. But the last exchange is telling. Pressed one more time, she offers a small, almost throwaway detail, and the detective leans in.
I pushed it down. That was it.
when she had her arm what?
She was trying to put her arm up through.
Yeah.
And I pushed it down.
Did you push it kind of hard?
Keep it down. Just keep it down.
Let me ask you this: Did you grab her head like this at all, ever, and shake it just a little bit? Never. Okay.
Just when I was brushing her hair, her head would jerk a little bit because she had knots in it.
She didn't have a lot of hair there, did she?
No, but there would be some knots. But
were you a little bit?
I didn't want to pull it, so I'd keep her head forced this way.
Was she crying? No. Okay.
Whenever she'd brush her teeth, I'd have to take her nose so I could get to talk.
Okay.
That was it.
But if we can go back to that morning, okay? I know, hon. I know something happened that morning. I'm not saying you shook her, okay? Something happened that morning. I'm here to tell you. I know it did. I can feel it. I can feel it. I'm telling you. What happened that morning?
Everything was normal.
Well, I'm not saying it wasn't normal, but you get her up. Is she crying at all? Okay.
She was being perfectly fine.
When you got her out of her bed, you said did you kind of snatch her?
No, not really.
Were you angry at all at Cody for the idiot he was the night before?
I was mad, but then I
Okay.
it off.
So when you go pick up his child, are you like, are you? I mean, tell me the truth. It's normal.
I was a little mad, but I'm not going to really take it out on the kid.
Normally you wouldn't when you're normal Jen, but when you're under duress and stress, I think you got a little bit jerky with her that morning. Am I right? A little bit jerky. Lift her up. The way you told me you lifted her out of her bed. I mean, did you jerk her around?
Unless I did it too hard and her head snapped back and.
I mean, were you pissed at all? You said you said you were mad. I mean,
That night I was mad at Cody.
Yeah. And that morning, I would still be mad. He gets up and goes to work, and guess he's stuck here with the kid again, okay? I don't even get to sleep in. It's 7:30, 6:47 in the morning. I can't even sleep in. I got to get up and take care of this kid. I'm supposed to be 18 years old. I'm supposed to be in school, enjoying my life, and I'm stuck in this trailer with a baby that's not even mine, and it's not fair, and life's not fair to me, is it?
I wanted to go to college and become something like this or be a nurse or something.
And he's done this. He pulled you into this situation that you are not comfortable with. Okay? So that morning, what do you do? What happens? Did you jerk her? Did you shake her a little bit? Did you throw her down on the couch or the bed? Did you toss her head into the
No.
Okay. I mean, what did you do? Did you sit her down a little bit abruptly? I mean, honey, what happened?
Nothing. Everything was just normal. It was all fine and dandy.
But you were mad that morning, right?
At Cody.
Yeah.
A little bit. I was
When I'm mad at somebody, I don't take it out necessarily on the person I'm mad at. It's whoever's surrounding me at that point is going to pay the price. Okay? That's just human nature. Just like when people are mad, they come home and they kick the dog. What did the dog do? The dog didn't do anything. But that's the first person I'm going to say. That's the first thing you see in the morning, just like a dog. That's the first contact you have, and it's his kid. It's not your kid. It's his kid. And there you are, stuck in there taking care of her.
She seemed like mine.
Okay. Well, what happened that morning to trigger that event? To trigger her to go into that like seizure, that snoring type deal? Honey, it had to be something. It had to be something. It just doesn't happen. She's not sleeping all night and then wake up and go into this.
Yeah, I know.
It had to be something, I'm telling you right now. You know, was just a jerk? You know, what was it?
Unless whenever I go around with pack and play and I just did it too hard, like I wasn't even paying attention. I just did it maybe just too hard.
Like what? Like show me how you did it.
Just pick her up and just yank her
Did
over.
you go like this?
And slam her down.
Okay. Did you make her cry?
No, she wasn't crying at all.
Okay, but pick her up. Oh, this baby again. You put her down on the ground. She walks out ahead of you.
Yeah.
She has to go. Did she go pee like she's supposed to? But you peed in her. Did that upset you again?
No, she's sick. I figured she would pee in her diaper.
That wouldn't upset you though. She's still trying to pee in her diaper, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
and it
asked her,
stinks on top of it.
I said, did you pee in your diaper? And she said, no.
Lied to you?
So if I said, I smell it. And then I said, did you pee in your diaper? And she said, yeah. I said, there you go. I'm like, you don't need to lie.
Did you shake her at that point?
No.
You weren't mad at her for lying to you. You didn't pick her up and throw her on the couch and say, why did you lie to me? That's one of the biggest pet peeves for me is lying. You can do whatever you want, but don't lie. You know what I mean? A kid should not lie.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't want her to lie like
Right.
Cody.
That's right. You don't want her to be like Cody, right? So what happened? Did she lie to you? What did you do?
Tapped her little butt. That was it. For her to go pee. That's what I do every morning. Just 2 little taps.
You didn't kind of push her or kind of like Cody does, throw her on the seat and say, pee.
She goes for me.
Tell me the truth here, hon. What happened that morning?
Everything was fine and dandy.
And she just goes limp for no reason. I mean, you say you might take her out of the pack and play a little bit swift, but other than that, she lied to you, it doesn't upset you, you're already mad about Cody, that's not affecting you? What are you? I mean, that would affect any person. Nobody blames you, okay? Nobody, and what I mean by that is, people do stuff when they're under stressors like you are, okay? That they wouldn't normally do. I blame Cody for putting you under those stressors. I do. He took advantage of a nice girl, is what he did. Okay? And he made you do stuff you wouldn't normally do. All right? Day in and day out. What happened that morning, hon? I mean, what happened?
Nothing unless she fell whenever I was paying attention or if she hit her head off the back of the...
Remember, that's
one
not an
thing,
option. It was either a shake
I
or
don't know.
abruptly you did something with her to
Well,
cause her to go into
whenever
this convulsion, that seizure.
Did it for getting it out of her pack and play, but
Were you a
I
little
know.
bit, I mean, do you feel like you were a little bit rough with her?
I don't think I was, but
Tell me the truth.
I have no idea. It was just an everyday thing. It's just
So it's nothing
Normal.
abnormal. You go out to the living room. She's standing up. You're on your knees, or what? Take her diaper off. You smell.
she was laying down whenever I took her diaper off.
How did she get down? Did you put her down?
She lays down on her own. Because I go and get a pull up and she's already laying down waiting.
Okay. So, okay, she lies to you, right? And you say, I mean, are you talking just like you're talking to me, or were you like, Soap, I know you're lying, okay? I can smell it. I mean, that seems more, no, you're just like, Soap, I know you're not, are you really like that?
I don't want to be rude to her, but that was how I said it. Soap, I smell it. I pointed to her too. I said, Soap, I smell it.
So at that point, Do you put her on her potty or does she?
She goes.
Okay. She gets done and then what?
I ask her if she's done. She said yeah, and then she comes over and lays back down on her own, and I put on her pull-up sweatpants and socks.
Well, you didn't get all that on her though, did you?
Yeah, her sweatpants, pull-up, and socks, not her shirt.
Okay. She stands up for her shirt?
Yeah, and I get on my knees.
And when she's putting her arm through,
she always like forces it up through.
yeah, I know. It's not in the right hole, right?
Yeah. She
Okay.
always goes up through like right here,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to push it back down.
Are you forceful?
No.
Do you have to grab her and hold her still at that point? Are you sure, hon?
Yeah.
It's just, there's something had to happen there, hon. And like I said, I don't think that you meant to do it. I think that you just kind of snapped in a way, came back to reality, and you're sorry for it. Am I right? I mean, I know you're sorry for about shaking her before, but I'm talking about this morning that this all happened.
But I didn't do anything.
Are you sure?
Where?
Are you sure?
Yes.
And that week of her throwing up, her throwing up all over, you never did anything? I mean, you know, the other two
I know
times.
Cody did. But whenever she wanted to quit crying, that was it.
But you said that he abruptly threw her on her potty chair, right?
Yeah, and then she went to quit crying, and then he picked her up and smacked her butt and put a diaper on her and put her pants back on and threw her up over his shoulder and took her back to bed. And he was smacking her and smacking her butt. It was like 10 times, if not more, right in a row.
And then what did you do?
I would imagine he threw her in her bed for back and play because he was so mad.
But you never saw him shake her, right?
Right.
Okay.
Over an hour in, the interrogation has become exhausting by design. The detective circles the same morning repeatedly, reframing the same questions with new angles, jerking, snatching, throwing, abrupt movements. Jennifer begins offering small concessions, hypotheticals, maybes. But each time the detective tries to land the morning as the moment, she pulls back. What's striking isn't what she admits, it's how consistently, despite relentless pressure, she keeps redirecting toward Cody.
I would imagine he threw her in her bed for back and play because he was so mad.
But you never saw him shake her, right?
Right.
Okay. I mean, I want you to be able to write your book, okay? I want you to be able to tell your story, okay? And what I mean by that is, especially that morning or that week that this all, this happened where she was sick and throwing up. We've been through this. I want you to be able to tell your side of the story that, you were under stressors and you lost it for a minute, but you're not that type of person, okay? And I don't blame you. Like I said, if you did something that morning, I don't blame you. Just like I told you in October when you did those two things, I don't blame you. I just think you were to your point. You were up here with stuff and you knew it was wrong, right?
Because I beat myself up every single day.
Right. But that morning that this all happened, hon, what happened?
Nothing.
What sent her into that week?
Honestly, I don't know.
You didn't shake her at all that week.
Unless whenever, Cody threw her up over.
Mm-hmm.
If she smacked her face off his shoulder blade or what. Because Cody just had enough. That's what it seemed like.
Did you ever, let me ask you this, did you ever have her on the couch and go like this to her?
No.
Like, be quiet or stop crying or eat peanut butter, when she's down. Did you ever do that? I would hope if you did something that morning, you'd tell me. I really do. like I said, it doesn't make much difference that morning versus, we just want to know.
A month ago.
Right. I mean, we just want to know, because if something triggered it, that morning, we absolutely need to know that, Just helps out in every way. We want you to be honest. We want you to be able to walk out of here and say, I told the whole truth, Dad. I told him everything. I don't know what you told your dad at this point, if you told him that happened before. Did you tell him about shaking
No.
before?
No.
Okay. But, I don't know. I just want you to be able to walk out of here and have a clear conscience that you told everything that you needed to tell, that you told the whole truth, I don't know. Can you do that? Can you do that, hon?
I did.
Okay. Okay. And you said you'd come back in here and
Yeah.
take it for in that morning? To talk, to specifically that morning?
Or whenever, whatever day you bring up.
Okay. Okay, you're sure in your heart of hearts, deep down in your core, okay? I don't know if you believe in God.
Yeah.
Okay. That you only shook her twice. Okay. Can you honestly say that?
Yeah.
Hey, can you say that nothing you did that morning, you weren't rough with her, you didn't throw her down, you didn't shake her in any way that morning?
I didn't do any of that.
That morning?
No.
Okay, did you do anything to harm her that morning?
Just changing her, that would harm her, but I wasn't expected to.
Okay, when she was putting her arm through the hole, you didn't do that thing that, do that?
I just pushed her arm down.
Did you pick her up by her feet, hold her upside down?
I know his brother did it down there one time, down at Brandon did it down there at his house one time. He held her upside down.
Okay. I mean,
And I'm not sure what day, but I know he did it.
okay. Okay. Anything else you wanna say?
Just that I'll be back in to take this
Okay, we'll be giving you.
big test thing.
Okay, for the morning up. Okay. Okay, we'll get in touch with you, okay?
Yeah.
If you think of another time that you shook her and you forgot, I want you to know that you can come in and tell me, okay? But, before we walk out here, I want to make sure we have it all, okay? Are you sure?
Just twice.
Are you 100% certain of that?
Yeah.
Okay. And you never grabbed her by her head like you grabbed her head that one time? No? You didn't grab her by her head that morning and do that when she was on the floor? Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Just even once? Did you ever do that to her? Huh? No? Grab her mouth that morning and go like that?
No.
Okay. Was she crying at all that morning?
No, she was quiet.
Okay. All right. I know you want to leave. Is there any questions you have of me? All righty. Okay. Can I take a break? Or are you okay to stay here?
Yeah, I guess so.
No, it's up to you. I mean, I can't make it. You're not here. You're allowed to leave any time. It's up to you. Okay? I'm just asking you to take a break and make sure I don't need to ask you any more questions before you leave here. Is that okay? Can you stay here a little bit longer?
Yeah, I'll wait.
Okay. Okay. I just got done some bad news here, okay? Sophie is dead. Okay? She is dead, honey. My corporal just told me. Yeah.
Oh,
She's
God.
dead. Yeah.
I can't even cry. I'm having freaking tears.
She's dead.
Oh, man. Freaking sucks. I can't even cry.
Okay. Can I get you anything, hon?
I'm
She's
praying
dead,
to
honey.
God that she would get better. I kept praying to my friends that died. One drowned and the other one died from cancer. And
She's in heaven now, so she's better off.
I just
Okay.
kept telling them, watch her.
Yeah. Wow. Now they can watch her up in heaven. Okay. Yeah, she's gone. Yep, she's dead.
Is there any way I can have a hug or am I not allowed?
Oh.
She was like my home. I didn't know if I was allowed, but
Want to give you tissues? You want me to get you some tissues or
I
something?
don't know, I just use my arm sleeve.
Okay.
I kept trying to read that because I was in Spanish and I
Okay.
can't even read it.
Now listen to me, okay? Do you see how important this case is now? Okay, now, we've got a baby that's dead. Sophie's dead, okay? So, I need to know what happened that morning. Okay, honey?
Everything was just normal.
You did not shake her that
No.
morning? How about you threw her down a little bit hard?
She would always lay down on her own.
Okay, but did you do anything that morning? Was she
No.
crying that morning?
No,
She never cried. Did she say anything to you that morning?
no.
Okay, because we need to find out now, okay? We're going to do that bone scan on her, and we're going to find out if there's any of your prints on her, okay? Are there going to be any of your prints on her?
There
Okay.
shouldn't be. No.
I mean, what would be the reasoning for it? You say no. You say you didn't shake her head, you didn't shake her arms, you didn't go like this to her. So there's any reason why any of that stuff would be on her. Okay. Now, that week, did anything happen that week?
No, other than whenever Cody did that.
Okay, but did you shake her at all that week?
No.
Okay, the 2 times you shook her, you told me.
In October. That was it.
Are you sure about that? Because like I said, we're going to hook you up here in a day or so, okay? And you agreed to that still, right? So if I say, because you got to be, one thing about a polygraph, you have to be 100% certain. Like, did I shake her 2 or did I shake her 3 times? You got to know.
Yeah.
Okay, you know for a fact it was under 10. Do you know for a fact it wasn't more than 2?
Yeah.
Do you know that for a fact, hon? You know that for a fact. Do you know for a fact?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know for a fact you didn't do anything to her that morning? Okay. What did you think Soph's status was at this point? Did you have any idea?
I had no idea. No one would talk to me. No one would do anything.
All right. We need your full cooperation with what went on there, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And we are going to be doing a lot of tests on Soph. So I know you said you shook her twice in October. We need to know if there was any other times you threw her down or, kind of threw her hard on her body. We need to know all this stuff, honey. She's dead now. We need to know, okay? So is there any other times?
No.
I feel like you want to
those
say
2.
something else. Or am I feeling you right here, or
No, it's just them 2 times.
just those 2 times?
Unless Cody would do something to her, like if I took a nap and he'd have to watch
But
her.
you never saw him, except for that time you threw her, like, kind of hard on her potty, right? And then
Yeah.
took her back and smacked her. Other than that.
And that one time whenever he left his handprint on her, but that was it.
Okay.
And saying that he doesn't want her and he wants to shove her back up Kinsey's crotch, and
Yeah. Okay.
which was wrong. I mean, he made her
Okay.
also.
Okay, well, here's what we'll do, okay? Do you want to come in tomorrow and take the test?
Well, I don't know what we're going to be doing tomorrow.
Oh, we can go talk to your dad. And we'll test you on if something happened that morning, okay? You're
I
saying,
can probably come in today, like not tomorrow, but the next day.
okay,
Thursday.
Wednesday or Thursday?
Yeah, one of them days.
How about we do Wednesday?
Okay.
How about we do, is 10 o'clock okay? Okay. I'll tell your dad, Wednesday at 10 o'clock, okay? Okay, Wednesday at 10 o'clock, all right. Okay. All right, any other questions, any concerns, or?
Oh, she was so precious.
Okay. All right, we don't have to get out of here, okay?
The interrogation ends not with a breakthrough, but with grief. When Jennifer learns Sophia has died, her reaction is raw and unscripted. And even then, the detective pivots immediately, using the news as one final lever. Jennifer holds her position to the end. She agrees to return Wednesday for a polygraph. She never does. What follows would be decided not in that room, but in a courtroom. Jennifer Medsie was charged in connection with the death of 2-year-old Sophia Hoffman Lauder. Prosecutors argued that her admitted shaking incidents, combined with medical evidence of violent shaking and blunt force trauma, made her responsible for Sophia's fatal injuries. In 2016, Jennifer was convicted of third-degree murder and child endangerment. She was sentenced to 20 to 40 years in prison by a McKean County judge. Sophia's father, Cody Lauder, was also investigated. He faced charges related to child endangerment, with prosecutors noting the documented pattern of rough and neglectful treatment Jennifer had described throughout her interrogation. As of the most recent available records, Jennifer Medsie remains incarcerated in a Pennsylvania state correctional facility, serving her sentence. She would be eligible for parole consideration after serving the minimum 20-year term. What are your thoughts on the interrogation? Do you think she's guilty as charged, or was there any coercion at play here? Let us know in the comments down below.